Lexi, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what are you telling me back again for another footy talk? Lewis is en route, blood. He should be in any minute now, bruv. What you man telling me, though? Big up the chat. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up the chat, bruv. Obviously, Don got his cooking yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, it's almost time to see what Lewis is saying. Hold on. What? What? Man said Mbappe didn't train. He's not playing. Oh, shit. Brother, Man City going to beat them, you know. Man City going to beat them. I'm going to beat them. And they're saying that if Alonso don't win, he's going to get sacked as well. So, I can't lie. This is a big game, you know. Like, when is that? Wednesday? Now, apparently Mbappe is happy with Alonso because Alonso's been building the team around Mbappe. So, I don't think that... I don't think Mbappe's got a problem with Alonso. I think it's more so he's just injured. You know what I mean? But Wednesday we're watching that game. today, I think Bayern are playing Sporting. I might watch that game, but it's the early kickoff. And then what game am I watching? I think I'm watching Liverpool tonight. Who are Liverpool playing? Is it Leverkusen or something like that? I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. You know what I mean? Big up man said yesterday was shocking. I don't care about the result. Who's posting the games? You're right. Oh, Inter, sorry. Yeah, I'm watching that game today. You're right. They were playing through us, and that's why I said, yeah, that the performance, the result was more down to how bad they were than how good we were, and this is why I can't take anything from the performance. I have to be 100% transparent. There wasn't many Man United performances. I mean, performers that I can say, yo, these men were really, really good yesterday. I just think that Wolves were really poor yesterday. So, yeah, man, it's one of those things, people. But yeah, man, without further ado, blood, what are you telling me, brother?
Yo, bro, sorry, laptop had to restart again. My bad. But what were you saying, man? Hope everything's good.
Yeah, all good, bro. We're just talking about the Champions League fixtures. Mbappe apparently is a doubt for the Real Madrid game against Man City. They're saying he didn't train. And there's news coming out saying that Alonso is close to the sack. Basically, if he loses to Man City, they might get rid of him.
Yeah, I've heard a couple rumors about that, which surprised me because like Real Madrid didn't look like they're in a terrible place this season. But
right,
with Madrid fans, that don't really shock me either because like they care heavily about the style of play, like getting the best out of all of their individual players as well as the results. So I'm guessing there's a lot of context that I'm missing out with that one.
Yeah, I think
they're only second in the league right now.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of I don't know, Vinny's not happy, Rodrigo's probably not happy, and I think a lot of their bigger names, you know what it is with Madrid, there's so many egos, there's so many big names in the team, it's like, if you can't keep the majority of them happy, you're always not going to be stable in a job, innit? The one thing with Carlo, I think Carlo was very, very good at the man management part of Real Madrid, and that is a massive, massive part of managing Real Madrid. It's man management because you have to keep all those egos, all those big personalities, you have to keep them all in harmony, bro. And I don't think Alonso's being able to do that right now.
I hear that. I've also had a deeper look at their results. They've only had one win in their last 5 and they've drawn about 3 of them. Ooh. So like I can tell there's a bigger dip in the league than what the table's making out. They smacked Athletic Bilbao a few weeks ago. And bar that, they lost 2-0 to Celta Vigo, got, I think, 2 red
wins
cards.
in 7 in all comps.
Yeah, because they lost to Liverpool as well. Yeah, they only beat Olympiacos and Bilbao. And even Olympiacos was hard work. That ends up being a 3-4.
So yeah, it is actually worse than the table suggesting.
Yeah, way worse. So like maybe they're just reacting to this bad run of form, which is fucking fair enough. Because you're at Real Madrid, you can't even have that sort of run.
Facts. This is what I'm saying, bro. So yeah, with that in mind, maybe it's making a little bit more sense why he's under the pressure that he's under, bro. But yeah, but they need to sort it out, really. They need to sort it out. If they lose to Man City, which I expect them to, it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
After Man City, I think they've got fucking 11th place Alaves. And they're in horrid form too. Yeah, they got to be smoking them at least. And then they've got some random no-names in the Copa del Rey, Talavera. Never heard that team before. Then Sevilla, Betis, and Atletico Madrid. Yeah, it gets more tricky for them after that.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Champions League football is on because I feel like I got robbed of football on the weekend. You know them ones?
Yeah.
Our game was fucking horrible, man. I don't know if I assume you would have spoken about it with Don already.
Yes, bro, but I need your opinion because I know you're a big advocate of Maresca, yeah, and the inconsistency that Chelsea are showing, is that not a worry for you?
Oh no, Maresca also has to be held accountable with the players for Saturday's result because I've always said like I don't mind us having periods of playing with low urgency if you're in a winning position. Because I've spoken about the amount of minutes that we've played, and if you want to try and like preserve players' energy, you can do that from a winning position. Like when we're drawing 0-0 and I'm seeing us play like we're 2-0 up, you're allowing that. And I'm not with that. So Maresca's got to be held accountable for that and for the late substitutions, because Garnacho and Neto were just allowed to do nothing on those wings for the best part of 75 minutes before we made a change on there. Yeah. And it was too late for Esteval to properly impact the game. So that's where he has to be held accountable with those players. But with the players too, only 2 of them turned up, Sanchez and Fofana. Chalobah was like good as well by default, but I still thought he was a bit more shakier with his passing and his decision making. But bar them 2 or 3, if you want to throw Chalobah into it, everybody else is needy to garbage. Enzo Fernandez struggled against a makeshift Bournemouth midfield. James was poor. The decision making as a whole that I was watching from that team is garbage. And this transfer window is looking worse and worse by the week. Liam Delap looks so spooky, it's not even funny. This guy don't do nothing. Like, this guy don't hold up, he don't link up, he don't press, he don't win any of his duels, but he's got all the physicality when the ball's out of play because he wants to start kicking people. And then after leaving it on Senesi twice, Senesi leaves one on him and does his shoulder. I don't even feel sorry that you're injured. That's your fault. And then who came on and did nothing as well. These are my strikers. I am 2 games away from begging Nicholas Jackson to come back. This is where I am. So, yeah, it was a fucking great weekend, man. It's fucking great.
Like, would you say that you deserved the draw, or you were lucky to not lose the game, bro? Because I heard that you weren't good at all, like.
Honestly, I think the draw's a fair result. Like, Bournemouth weren't great either. They had an offside goal 5 minutes in. Pretty well worked, but bar that, everything else they made was like, I kind of expected Sanchez to save it. Evan Nilsson missed the howler, but even that, as it came off Gusto's leg, it was saved by Sanchez. It falls into his path. I can't really blame anybody for that one. Like, a 0-0 is a fair result. Because that's a 0-0 game. It's just forgettable. It's like it never happened.
Fairs. No, it makes a lot of sense, man. You know what I mean? That's crazy, bro. And remember, was it you or was it Don I was speaking to? I said after the Arsenal performance and the Barcelona performance, you now need to go out and show that those performances, those performances were not flukes, bro. And then look what you go and do. And this is the issue. This is the issue for me. Like, no team's showing any sort of consistency in this league at all. Like, no one. Like, I can't even lie, bro. Arsenal are consistent, but not consistent in their level of play. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there's no consistency from anyone. And this is why this league, is all over the place right now, bro. Like, Manchester City just won 3-0. The game before, they were fucking 5-1 up. And then it was 5-4. Do you know what I mean? Like, every team is kind of...
but we play our part too.
Yeah, like, every team at the moment is haphazard. There's nothing that you can actually... there's nothing to guarantee in this league right now, bro. Nothing at all. Like, and this is why I said, this Manchester United team, with the resources we have, with a competent manager, with a competent manager, we would be in a title race. We would be, because people were saying that Chelsea were involved in one 2 weeks ago, bro. We're on the same points as them. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So with a competent manager, this Manchester United team should be involved in a title race. I'm not saying that they should win the league, but they should be within a shout, bro. They should be. Because with one game a week,
enough that everybody who's consistent can be there. I completely hear it.
Anyone that can put 3 or 4 wins together could be in a title race. Crystal Palace are in the top 4 right now.
There's not a single fan who can't talk it down, because no one's club is moving like that.
Yeah.
Not even Manchester City. Because Man City, like you said, they're having those Fulham games. They're having those games away at Newcastle. They're not looking great either. This is why I'm so pissed off with these couple results, because I want us in this title race. But here we are.
Last 5 games, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, bro. That's not even consistency either.
And we
That's
haven't
mad.
capitalized on it. We got a dumb red against them. They should have lost at the bridge too. And then we go play stupid against Leeds, go and play tossing at the back for no reason. And then we finally fix up our defense and our attack goes to crap against Bournemouth. Lovely. Fucking lovely.
Yeah, bro. This league is anyone's, bro.
1 game a week. Yeah, you definitely should be.
This league is anyone's, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually mad right now, bro. But the difference between Arsenal and everyone else is that Arsenal's defense in general is so good, yeah, that a draw is a bad result for them. You know them ones. Like 2 draws is bad, bro. But remember last season, draws is what cost them the league. It wasn't losses, bro. So the thing is, yeah, them dropping points just sneaks up on them because a lot of Arsenal fans, not all of them, but a lot of them feel like because they're not losing games, yeah, they're playing well. You know what I'm saying? But the draws fucking sneak up on you, bro.
They're doing I don't mind leaving a tough ground like Stamford Bridge with a point. And then suddenly it's like, I don't mind leaving this ground with a point because we didn't lose. Then we lost to Villa and it's like, but it's only our first loss.
That's it. And then before you know it, you've dropped like 8 points. Yeah. That's it. And all while you're drawing, City are winning. You know what I'm saying? And then all of it, you're just conceding 2 points here, conceding 2 points here, conceding 2 points here.
My dumb club just matching them.
And then you have to go to Man City to play. So now, it's not even in your hands now. Because you're 2 points behind City and you have to play them at their ground. So not even in your hands no more. And obviously both teams are going to drop points anyway, away from them playing each other. But it went from being 5 points clear, 8 points clear to it's not in your hands no more. All in the space of what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Arsenal are going to destroy Wolves. Destroy them. But it doesn't matter if City win their game. It only matters if City don't beat Palace.
I think I'll get a little 2-0 on them, keep it stepping.
Yeah, it can't be in your hands because if you win all your games and City win all, you can't win all your games. If City win all their games, they win the league. If you win all your games, you win the league. But you have to go to Man City, so it's not in your hands. Like, not really. Like it is and it isn't. Like you have to go and win at the Etihad, bro, to win the title. You're not gonna go win at the Etihad to win the title. You ain't got the testicular fortitude, so it's not really in your hands like that. It is in theory, but in reality, you're not going to Man City to win, bro.
The 2 points. It's a 2-point gap. Nothing's in your hands.
Bro, it's December. A madness. You're not going and winning at the Etihad, bro, especially with the title on the line. They go in April.
When you're 10 points clear, it's in your hands. When you're 2 points clear in December, what's in your hands?
Yeah. This is funny,
I
you
don't get that.
Man said I'm triple captain in Saka against Wolves. It's not a bad shout, bro. I would triple captain someone else, though, innit? Saka's rubbish. But I hear you. I triple captain someone for that game. An Arsenal player. What Arsenal player is going to get stats in that game?
Triple captain Marino or something.
Yeah, Marino's not a bad shout. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said assuming this stays a 2 point gap. I don't think it will stay a 2 point gap because Arsenal will drop more points, bro, because with Gabriel and Saliba out, yeah. Bro, listen. Yeah, you know? Bro. Like every game is, you know what I'm saying? Until you get them man back, bro. Because it's almost like since the man got injured, you man are forgetting a lot of things. Do you know what I'm saying? And 100%.
Man still coping about their front line. At least we're out here calling Liam Delap garbage. Like, I'm still hearing, Gyökeres is doing the hard yards. He's occupying defenders. He's stretching the back line. What?
Objectively, yeah.
What? Well, I thought that was Havertz and we needed better.
Yeah. Objectively, how many games, yeah, does a player get before we start to say that they're failing?
Honestly, like it's very subjective because it just depends on what you're seeing. Some man would look at Delap and say, give him time. I'm looking at him and thinking, you don't even give me anything to like make me think that. I look back at some of the flops that we've had back in the day. Werner will get me the odd assist and he was a hard worker. Havertz was a hard worker with a decent bit of aerial threat to his game. Morata was decent if Azpilicueta's crossing to him from the half space. Who else? Tammy Abraham had a little flurry of form that you could go off at the start of the campaign. Delap, I've had nothing to go off. And Gyökeres, you man told us, there's your bagsman, there's your top goal scorer. We're in game week 15, and this brother's getting outscored by Pedro Neto and Zion Fleming from Burnley. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. But I'm being told he does the hard yards.
Yeah.
Is that what you signed him for? You could have just bought Nicholas Jackson off me. It would have been cheaper. But man are lying to themselves. I don't get it. Like with Delap, I thought we were going to be getting a bagsman. What did I get? A wrestler. Yeah. Man's trying to fight people when the ball's out of play. But at least we're calling out for it. Is over there in North London, all they do is cope.
Guys in the chat, yeah, how long do you get, yeah, in your opinion, yeah, before you're officially a flop? Because obviously different players, when it was Sancho, yeah, it was like 2 games. Like every player is different. So how long are you giving players? Would you say Isak's already been a flop at Liverpool, or are you giving him the whole season? Like, let's be balanced. Let's be balanced. How many games?
I'll be up there on the flop thing.
How many games
are
we
getting? Say for him is he's probably had less minutes than Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Way less.
Like, what are we saying? Because I'm looking at Isak right now, and I'm already saying, yo, bro, like, you have to change my mind, bro, because you look like you're flop still. Because you're not even guaranteed to start for your club, and you cost 150 mil. So the fact that you're not a guaranteed starter, it's telling me that you're not doing well. I'm saying 1 season, 20 games, 15 games, 3 to 6 months. For real, 007 is crazy. That's what I mean, 6 months. So 6 months. So that means technically Isak's not a failure yet then.
Technically.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we do know with price tag, you get a lot less time.
What about Florian Wirtz then? Because Florian Wirtz has played bare games, bro. Has Wirtz played 15 games for Liverpool? I feel like he's played close to that.
In all comps, he must have.
Yeah, he would have.
Because we're already in game week 15.
Yeah, so that means he has played. Yeah, so that means he's played 15 games. Ooh, but if he's... Brother, but then if that's the case, if man are saying 10, 15 games, we're in game week 15, that means these men are flops, cuz.
Isak, the one thing you could say is that maybe he hasn't, we don't know if he's got to that many games yet. But with Wirtz, he definitely has. He was there since the start of the campaign. I don't think he's had a knock or anything. But Isak, he didn't have the preseason, then he was getting integrated into the squad. He might have had a knock, I don't remember.
100%, there is context you can apply and stuff. Obviously, if a player's been injured, or if a manager's decided not to start a player and they're easing them into the squad or into the system, or do you know what I mean? There is context. There is definitely context. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. But I think let's say, yeah, that the player is a fit and available and being used week in, week out. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Gyökeres, if he's fit, he's playing. Like, Gyökeres is not starting because the manager's benched him or whatever. He was injured, right? Do you know what I'm saying? He was injured. That's why. And before he was injured, he was playing. Like, Gyökeres played against us. Like, Sesko didn't play the first game. Gyökeres played the first game. So, yeah, it's one of them ones where I think if Gyökeres is fit and available, he gets picked, innit? And so far, he's been underwhelming, bro. That's flop territory. Like, Liam Delap as well. Like, Liam Delap, when he's played, he hasn't shown anything. That's flop territory. Florian Wirtz has played the majority of the games. That's flop territory. Do you know what I'm saying?
Eze's price tag plays a part as well, because when you cost a certain amount, people just aren't giving you time.
Facts.
We've all been on the reverse effect of it.
And Eze's a flop so far. I agree. Eze is a flop so far, but he scored a hat-trick against Tottenham, so that kind of blinds people from the fact that he's been poor, like, in pretty much every other game other than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hear you, but yeah, Prem-proven players should get less time. This is why Isak, for me, is more of a concern than Florian Wirtz, because you could say that Wirtz is acclimatizing to the system, the league, maybe to a new lifestyle, a new country. Do you know what I'm saying? All of these things, a new language. Like, you don't give Isak the same leeway.
The only thing I'd say with Isak, though, is like this usually happens when you force your way out of a club and it drags through to the end of the window. Because now you've had no preseason, now you're rusty as a motherfucker, and you've got the price tag on your head. Like, this is what happened to Caicedo. That got dragged through to the summer. We threw him immediately off the bench against West Ham. He gave away a penalty, had a disaster class. It took him about 6 months to recover.
That's what I mean. João Pedro. Obviously, he scored the winner in the final. Started well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you saying about him? Is he, or how he has he been underwhelming for you?
I think he's been in bad form over the last couple games. Like, everything from the Burnley match, I don't think's been good. But before Burnley, it was one bad performance against Sunderland, and I couldn't find myself questioning his performance as too tough. He was in a position where I have to have him contributing to build-up play, so he's not doing as much in the final third. I wouldn't call him a flop. And like you said, he came in, immediately impacted us winning the World Cup. He performed in the semi-finals and the final. I can't lie, you've already got leeway off that. I know it's a bit of a different circumstance, but you came in and helped me win a trophy in 2 weeks. You've got a bit more time with that in my eyes.
And this is it. You said João Pedro's had some good moments in the Club World Cup, and ever since has been NA, bro. Like,
I wouldn't say ever since. I think the last month. You might want to cook him for his performances over the last month. I ain't going to say a word because he hasn't been good. But I think with Delap, your overall game is scaring the shit out of me. João Pedro's isn't. I want to see what he's like with Cole Palmer back in the squad. If he still looks like he does now, then we got to have these conversations.
Yeah. And yeah, facts. Cunha, I would say Cunha so far, flop, 100%. Like, he's shown glimpses of what we know we can do, but one goal, and yeah, like, considering what he was doing at Wolves, he hasn't even shown an eighth of that at Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, 100%, he goes in the flop category so far. Like, you can't even argue it, bro. Like, and he's a player I like, but I cannot argue that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue that. So yeah, man, it's looking a bit mad, guys. I can't lie, bro. Man said, who's this? Daniel. He scored 4 goals in the Prem, same as Gyökeres. Who are we talking about? Yeah, no worries, bro. Like, who are we talking about?
Sorry, I might bug. He's talking about João Pedro.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that João Pedro got the same amount of goals as Gyökeres. And Gyökeres,
yeah, but he's got more assists, isn't he?
Yeah, and Gyökeres scored 2 in one game as well. You know what I'm saying? So
I get, like, João Pedro's problem is that there's too many times where he doesn't go for the shot. He overthinks things a lot sometimes. Like, sometimes you just want him to be simple. Like, he's thinking, let me do a roulette and then do this and then do that and then I'm going to do the pass. So just keep it simple, man, and keep the ball moving.
Yeah. That's mad, man. Said I wouldn't say he's a flop, but disappointed for me is like completely useless. I hear it, but at the same time, flop for me, is anything from not achieving the expectations. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be completely shit. Like, are you underwhelming? Are you not doing what's expected of you? To me, that's a flop. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's a flop. Like, not that you don't have to be completely shit to be a flop. You just need to be not doing what's expected of you. And that's a flop in my eyes. And when I mean what's expected of you, I also mean by performance, not necessarily just by GA. Because there's some players that are playing well, but it's just things are not going for them at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Cunha's not even playing well. So it's just one of them things where, for me, he's flopped, innit? And I'm not saying that he's not going to turn it around, because I believe he's a good enough player. He will turn it around. But I said it in my match reaction. I don't believe Cunha and Bruno can coexist in the same team, bro, because they're both ball dominant players. And to get the best out of both of them, you need to play through them. Cunha's a player that you play through. Like,
yeah, I felt like you were trying to get him on the end of a lot of things yesterday.
Yeah, like Cunha is the guy that you want all your build up to go through him. Like what we did with Eric Cantona. You get the ball into Cantona's feet, you get runners off him. Do you know what I mean? And all these things. Like, you want to get the ball into Cunha's feet. The problem is Bruno wants to get the ball into his feet to do things. And both of them, like, want the ball so they can do what they need to do. Like, when Bruno gets the ball, Cunha's not running away from Bruno to try and get him behind. Cunha wants to run towards Bruno and get the ball into his feet. Cunha wants to pick up the ball and run with it. Do you know what I mean? So him and Bruno in the half spaces, are just getting in each other's way, bruv. I'll be real, like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Yeah, I hear the issues, I guess. But from what I saw in the Wolves game, I just didn't think he was having any luck getting on the end of chances. I thought Wolves marked him pretty well in the box.
Yeah, but also
one of the few things they did pretty well in that game.
Yeah, but he's also not known for like his movement in the box anyway. Like, he's not a fox in the box like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really looking at Cunha and expecting him to find little pockets and do stuff like that. I'm not expecting that of him. He's not a number 9, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the manager's not using him properly. I don't want to see Cunha. I don't want to see Cunha as a low number 9 in this system, super isolated. Because even Xerxes, if you look at Xerxes, like when he plays in that system, Xerxes drops into the midfield. You see him drifting out to the left, to the right. He knows how to play that position. Like, he understands. Cunha's not that kind of player. Cunha doesn't want to drop into the pocket to receive the ball and facilitate. Cunha wants to drive with the ball and try and shoot and that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's not a creative player, bro. Like, I don't know why people think that Cunha is like as a false 9. The guy's not a false 9. The guy is a number 10, but he's a goal-focused number 10, bro. Like, he wants to score goals and pick up the ball and run. He almost wants to just play on his own. Like, he's not a team player. And neither is Bruno. Like, they're both selfish in their own ways. Like, Bruno's selfish in the sense that he just wants the stats. So he'll just be tossing the ball away. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And Cunha's selfish in the sense that he wants the glory. So when he gets the ball, he don't really see no one else. Do you know what I'm saying? But they're both playing, They're both playing for themselves, but in different ways. Do you see what I'm saying? So
sounds like Delap with 50 times the IQ.
Yeah, but that's what it is. They're both playing for themselves, bro. They're both very selfish players, but in very, very different ways. Like, people think that Bruno is a team player because he's trying to get an assist, but the assist is for his own ego. Like, it's not for the team, because there's loads of times he tosses the ball away, when he's under no pressure, and then he ends up turning it over, and then he doesn't defend, and then we end up conceding. Do you know what I'm saying?
He don't think, like, he's not thinking about the best decision at that moment. He's just thinking, like, where can I put it for an immediate impact?
Precisely. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're both very selfish players, and you can't have two selfish players, in the same midfield, because if you look at it like a box midfield, two of your 4 midfield players can't be super, like, selfish, bro. It just doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? One of them needs to get dropped. So it's one of them ones where, in this system, the way that we're playing, we're probably better off playing Mason Mount instead of Cunha, and playing Xerxes in the 9, bro.
He's actually been pretty decent for you this season.
Who's that?
Mount.
Hey, yesterday was his best game in the Man United shirt by a country mile, and it helped that he got loads of space. Do you know what I'm saying? It helped that he got loads of space, man. But
seems like his way of pass and like his first touch is getting a lot better.
Yeah, but he's fit for now, innit? Like, Mason Mount can't stay fit. Wolves gave him loads and loads of time and space to do the Mason Mount thing, and he done it well, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them ones where, for the balance of the team, Mason Mount makes more sense than Cunha at the moment, unfortunately, bro. It should probably be Mbeumo, Mount, and Cunha. I mean, Mbeumo, Mount, and Xerxes, sorry. The front 3 at the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It probably should be that, man.
And Mbeumo can stay up top. The other 2 can drop deep. Mount does more of the defensive work.
Yeah,
that makes more sense as like a 3-man thing.
Yeah, bro, listen, if everyone's available and playing well, I don't want Mount starting. And I said that in my match reaction. But Cunha's been so underwhelming, man. Like, he's been so underwhelming. And the thing is, yeah, he kind of throws the balance off. He throws the balance off the team, bro. That's the only thing I would say, man. It's him and Bruno conundrum. Until Bruno leaves, we're not going to see the best of Cunha, because Cunha is the guy, yeah? You give him the football. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he's meant to be the facilitator for the team, whatever that facilitating even looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? You get a midfielder like an Adam Wharton, for argument's sake, yeah, who can play in between the lines, and he plays it into Cunha's feet, and then Cunha can dribble, drive, slide passes through, get shots off. You kind of need to play through him. He's supposed to be your Hazard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Cunha's supposed to be. That's what he was for Wolves. But you can't have a player like a Hazard, yeah, if you've got someone like a Bruno. Like, it doesn't make sense, because Chelsea had midfielders that got the ball into Hazard's feet so he could carry the ball and do things. Now, if you had a midfielder that was just tossing the ball over Hazard's head and going straight into other players and bypassing him, then you see the game kind of bypass Hazard, and Hazard's just expected to do the defensive work. Like, no, you need to play it into Hazard's feet so he can play. You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and if that's the case, he's barely getting any chance to play, mate.
This is it.
Now you're in a duel, and now you just have to try and get an action in the final third.
That's it.
Probably by yourself.
Absolutely. So,
fucking hell.
Yep, that's it, bro. First 90 minutes.
Damn.
No, it's nasty, bro. Yeah, it's nasty.
I can't say too much. I don't think Lavia's
played 3 minutes to score.
Yet.
It took him 3 years to score his first Premier League goal at Old Trafford.
The Sunderland one, innit? Yeah, that makes sense.
Bro, Mason Mount stats are horrible, but because his face fits, he gets away with a lot, you know. Stats are bad.
No, we've got some of our own. I don't know if Fofana's got more starts than Dewsbury Hall yet.
Yeah. That's it. Man saying he could also be a big fish in small one player. See, I don't think it's that, you know. I think it's, you know what? I'm not saying you're wrong either.
Give me a sec, I'll go get a package quick.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not saying you're wrong, because it did cross my mind, but I'm not going to go there yet. The reason I'm not going to go there yet, yeah, is because I think, yeah, in football, it's so easy for people to use that excuse and kind of diminish a player's ability, when a lot of the time what it is, yeah, when you're a big fish, teams play more to your they play more to your strengths. Do you know what I'm saying? Because let me try and articulate this in the best way I can, yeah? Like, you see, when you play a team sport, yeah, it's never easier to play with worse players, in my opinion. Like, it's never. Like, I've never played any sport, whether it's football, rugby, basketball, whatever, yeah, I found it easier playing with shit players. I've never found it easier playing with shitter players. I always find it easier playing with better players. So for us to look at a player and say, right, like, you're only good playing with shit players, I feel like the logic's not really there for that. Do you know what I'm saying? The one thing I would say is that when you play in a system that's catered towards your strengths, naturally you're going to look better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's easier to look good, yeah, when your teammates are shit, granted. But at the same time, I don't really agree with that, because if you get a Premier League pro, yeah, and you put them in a Sunday League game, yeah, with a load of shit Sunday League players, yeah, and the ball's up in the air and the game's shit, they'll look shit too. They will. They'll be able to show glimpses of quality, but for the most part, they're going to look rubbish as well, bro. Like, when you play with shit players and you play in shit conditions, yeah, it does naturally kind of bring you down to their level. Somewhat.
And it does play with you, like, mentally, because then you think, okay, I've got to do everything. I've got to be like, I've got to start overthinking things. And then suddenly you're holding the ball too much. Your actions are taking too long.
Yep. And then you make runs and you don't receive the pass. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like the best example I could give is, like, bro, like, even my fight on Saturday, bro. When you're boxing against someone that can box, it's a good fight. When you're trying to box against someone that's trying to make the fight ugly and holding and doing ugly things, yeah, like, it's almost hard to look good against people that fight like that. Because they're not trying to make the fight look good. They're trying to make it look ugly. You know what I mean? Man are holding, man are doing all sorts
Like the game,
stuff.
like the one on the weekend.
Yeah. Like it's hard to look good in fights like that, bro. Like it's almost impossible because they make it ugly. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're playing football and you're playing with worse players, it's really, really hard to look good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to look good. So I don't think Cunha looks bad, yeah, because he's not playing with shit players. I think that Cunha don't look good because we're not playing to his strengths, and Wolves play to his strengths, and his strengths will get him on the ball. United do not get him on the ball enough, bro. Like he gets bypassed a lot because Bruno is always going to look for the long ball, and Cunha's not the kind of player to run away from the ball. He wants to run towards it, pick it up, and run with it. Do you see what I'm saying? So we're seeing clashes of styles here, bro. Like people want Cunha to play like Mbumo, like running behind, look for space, whereas Cunha's not looking for space. He's looking for the pockets where he can pick up the ball and then try and create his own space. So
this is a different mindset and a different style of playing the game. And, and at that age, you can't like try and force players to play like other players. That don't work like that. That's a FIFA thing.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what it is for me. So when I'm looking at the situation like that, it's just I just think he's all right, bruv. I think Cunha's okay. I don't think it's a situation that big fish, small pond. I think that takes away from Cunha's qualities. I think he's got very, very obvious qualities. Very obvious qualities. But I just think that they're not being played. We're not playing into his strengths at Man United, bro. But I think we can get the best out of him. But it would take a tweak in personnel or a tweak in the system or something of that nature.
Basically, like the same as the last couple of years, Bruno just needs to get out. And he ain't got out yet.
No, 100%. So it's just one of those ones. You know what I mean? It's just one of those ones, I'll be honest. So it'll be interesting, bro. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Cunha. But he has shown that there is quality there, though. You know what I'm saying? He has shown it.
Oh, yeah. I've already seen that as a player. That brother scores against us nearly every game he plays.
Yeah.
He got a hat-trick against us a couple seasons ago.
There it is. What's this? For Konate. Rotted.
50 million. Is his contract running out or is it got under a year left?
Running out. He's
yeah, that makes sense then.
He's going for a free, bro. He's going for a free. Apparently, he thought he was going Real Madrid, and they've come out and basically said they don't want him they don't want him no more. So I think he's looking for a new team, bro. So yeah, it's looking peak right now for Liverpool.
Yeah, Saudi's calling, mate.
Were you making of the Salah situation as well?
Look, there's two sides to it. But I also think like Salah does have this habit of only going and speaking in the mix zone when there's a problem on his end. Bro, and he don't really do it for the
syndrome,
team.
blood. The CR syndrome, guys.
And like I think a lot of Liverpool fans are just completely siding with him purely out of their need to get Slot out of the club.
Yeah,
and because it's the perfect way to do it.
There's no balance in it. It doesn't have to be Salah versus Slot. Yeah, it can you can isolate everything.
But they're making it into Salah v Slot because it's so much easier to go and back Salah against Slot. But it's like, look, I agree. A lot of other players could be getting benched with him, but you can also be benched too. And there's no reason not to be benching you. You can question about not bringing him off the bench a couple of times, but even then, you're not in great form. You don't have to be like relied on like that, and you're not playing to a level where you should be relied on like that.
Yeah.
So I think he's done it because he knows he can tug at the fans' heartstrings, and also because there might maybe not be an aim to get him out of the club because of the wages that he's on and the performances that he's dropping. But I think ultimately, Salah's gone about it the way that he has just to like get the fans on his side emotionally. And I don't think it's worked out because it's actually made Slot look a lot better with the way him and the club have handled it.
Yeah, facts.
And like it's just also exposed a lot of Liverpool fans because like, look, you lot don't really care about what's best now. You lot just want to keep Salah at the club.
Yeah.
Like you've been garbage. And then one of the quotes I saw from him was something along the lines of like, I don't have to be dropped because of what I've done for the club, or just something along the lines of that.
He thinks that it gives him immunity, yeah. Literally, like forever. Like that's not how it works. And this is why I keep saying to people, yeah, football is very much, yeah, a what have you done for me lately sport, bro. Like, and I'm okay with that, bro. Like, I'm okay.
Not enough football fans realize or like accept that though. They're like, oh, but remember back in the day when we used to have the Havertz arguments? They're like, oh, but he won you the Champions League. I don't care. I'm 12th. But it's like, no. But the argument is not what have you done. They care about what you've done in the past.
Yeah.
But that's not the way football works if you want to protect the present and the future.
Mm.
The problem is with Liverpool, you're arguing with two parts of like that aren't doing well. Slot looks like garbage. Salah looks like garbage. You could lose both of them, to be honest.
And bro, Liverpool would be better off if they did get rid of both.
Yeah, but the problem is like I think a lot of Liverpool fans are just being disingenuous about it because they don't want to lose Salah just yet.
But the thing is, while he's there, he's not doing anything. This is the thing. People talk about losing Salah, but he's not doing anything, bro. Like, he got dropped because he hasn't been good. He hasn't been dropped because the manager doesn't like him. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the thing, though. Like, why are you making it personal? It's not personal. You're not dropped because Slot don't like you. You're dropped because you're not contributing at all to the team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
but this is where I think, like, Salah might have turned this from a Liverpool and Salah problem to a Salah v Slot problem. And now you've given the manager something to, like, fall back on and to give himself just a little bit more credit because he's handled the situation professionally and a lot more professional than the way Salah's done it. That's why there's a lot more layers to it because it seems like Liverpool, the club, are pushing him out.
But that's what I'm saying. This is where I was going. Where I was going is maybe, just maybe, that there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and the people upstairs at Liverpool are thinking, hold on, we're paying Mo Salah all of this money, and one, he's not performing, and two, the juice ain't worth the squeeze with him because he's an arsehole. You know them ones? Like, hear me out, because it's one of them ones, like, for instance, you see when you look at, like, players like CR7, even, like, for instance, like Wilfred Zaha at Crystal Palace. Yeah. Like, a lot of people at Crystal Palace, would have put up with Wilfred Zaha's behavior and his attitude and all these other things. They would have put up with it because of what he was doing on the pitch. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there would have been a lot of people at the club that didn't really like him, but it's like, you know what? Like, this guy's winning us games. He's keeping us above relegation. Because remember, he was there when they weren't in threat of going down if he wasn't performing. So they probably said, you know what? He's not the nicest guy to have around, but like, he makes a big difference for us. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So we put up with him. As soon as, man's not really performing no more. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, bro, I don't want you here no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we're paying you all this money. You're still doing the diva thing, but then you're not even producing. So why the fuck up? Like what are we doing here? We're paying this guy 400 grand a week, stink the place out, got a horrible attitude. Like, why are we here? You know?
Absolutely. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of other examples of this happening in football. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But there's players like, I'd say Hazard as an example. Obviously, it never got to that point, but Hazard was someone who could walk around like he owned Chelsea because you were that good. And like, compared to all the other forwards and midfielders at the time, you were the one carrying the club. It's not the best example because he weren't really a nightmare to deal with. That brother just didn't care about training. As long as you let him do that, it don't really matter too tough. But even then, you go to Real Madrid and it's like, now you have to care about training. Now you have to keep yourself a lot fitter and all of that. Yeah. Because when you're not playing, you don't get those sorts of, you don't get let off like that. And with Salah, we go back to, again, he don't talk in the media unless there's a problem on his side. Unless he's keeping Klopp or it's a contract thing.
Yeah.
I think I saw that those are the last 3 times he went to the mix zone. If I speak, there will be hellfire after the Klopp thing.
Bro,
then the contract, and now this.
Like, if the club want me, you know them ones there, bro. You know when he done that, if the club want me and all these things, and if they can afford me and that. These times he was talking to Saudi. These man love. You see what happens with these cult heroes, yeah, at clubs. They use the fans and they use the media to manipulate things, yeah, in their own favor when they're doing stuff contract-wise. It's disgusting. You know them, man. And this is what it is, bro. Look, see, apparently he was told by his agent the club are planning to push him out. So now he's doing this thing in there. You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. These men are using the media and they're using the fans, yeah. They're using the fans as like pawns in a game. You know them, man. This is what it is, bro. Like
some of the fans are happy for that, just because it could help them get Slot out.
It's crazy. Like if you're a Liverpool fan, no player is bigger than the club, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like Mo Salah is not producing. Like he's not good enough to be on the money that he's on. And then also, when you're on the money that you're on, you have to produce. Because when...
But here's my thing as well, right? Yeah. I think some Liverpool fans have actually allowed that to become the case with Salah. The problem is, like, Salah's been so potent for so long that it's fallen under the radar. But there's so many Liverpool fans or fans that have latched onto Liverpool while Salah's been at the club solely because of him. And that's probably why Salah's got the confidence to do stuff like this, because of the fan base that he's brought in. Imagine the amount of Egyptians that now follow Liverpool because of Salah over the last 7 years, for example. There's a huge cult following solely from him. Because we know it's a lot more player FC now than football was like 20 years ago, for example.
Facts.
So that's where he's got this.
No, 100%. It is. It's the Salah FC thing, but
Roms, you know, because you've been calling out Salah for years.
Yeah, and the reality is, let's not do the bullshit. He's not playing well. Period.
And he's saying he should be playing in spite of it.
Yeah, but this is the second manager to drop you now. Because Slot was dropping you towards the end of his tenure as well because you weren't performing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So there's a common denominator. And when you got dropped by a Klopp as well, you started moving brazy as well, blood. So...
Brother was coming off the bench against West Ham trying to beef him, and I think they were losing the game or drawing.
Yeah. This is
like, great, you're making it all about you, bro. Liverpool's trying to go for the league again.
Yeah. And this is the problem. So when I look at it, I think that Liverpool are right to back the manager in this instance, but Liverpool should have never given him a new deal in the first place, or an extension even. They should have got rid of him. They probably should have got Mbumo and got rid of him, and they would probably be in a title race right now, bro.
Yeah, I think that they fell for all the stats from last season, innit? But like sometimes, especially when you get to that age, it's like those individuals give you like one final push towards a big major honor, and then like mentally they just drop off. Like 15-16 Chelsea, I always thought it was the thing where like the likes of Ivanovic and John Terry gave us one final push for the campaign to get us one last league title. And then after that, I've never seen a drop-off like that in my life from Ivanovic. He was getting clarted by every single left winger.
His legs just vanished overnight, innit?
Yeah, Montero cooked him 1 week, then Sterling cooked him the next, and whoever West
fucking performance was, bro, that was one of the most crazy. That was one of the most crazy individual performances we've seen. That Montero thing was crazy, bro.
Cooked the life out of him, and that was just game week 1.
Yeah.
But sometimes this is what happens. You get like one final mental push from them, and then they can't really get the same player out themselves again. The only difference I'll say between Van Dijk and Salah, though, is at least Van Dijk stood up and held himself accountable. Throughout the losses, he was going out there and talking to the media. Salah don't talk until he's getting benched for a couple games. And then he has to run but they're kicking me out of Liverpool. I've only got a week here left. And?
Yeah.
You're on 400k a week. Like, even if you are getting kicked out and, like, you might be hurt a bit emotional and everything, like, whatever, man. It's football. And
Yeah,
you're
man.
not playing well. Maybe you should be being a bit more of a role model, but here we are, man.
You know what it is, yeah? You know what? Not all guys in the public eye want to be role models. I hear all of that. But my thing is, yeah, that I just think the way that he's dealt with it, yeah, has shown you kind of who he is and what he's about, innit? And a lot of football fans don't want to have this conversation because they fall in love with players. But you need to understand, yeah, who someone is on the pitch or what they do on the pitch is not who they are or what they are as a person, innit? And I think you always need to look at the circumstances. And that's why I said the same thing with CR7. You see, when he did the Piers Morgan interview, I said, yo, isn't it funny that as soon as CR7 gets dropped, that's when all of a sudden that there's a million excuses. Do you know what I'm saying? When he was playing week in, week out, there was no talk of the facilities at Old Trafford. There was no talk of any of these things. These things only become an issue, yeah, when you're not playing. And this is my problem with the Salah situation, yeah. You weren't playing well. You got dropped. And now you're trying to say that you've been scapegoated because the team are losing. Nobody was blaming you for Liverpool not winning games, bro. You just got dropped because you weren't playing well, bro. Where's the accountability?
Even then, you were getting blamed with a ton of other players. Like, you forget there's two £100 million transfers.
Konate was getting blamed more. Bro, like, remember, Rooney and Virgil had their little back and forth. And I think Rooney was saying that, yo, like, as a captain, he should be doing more or something. No one was talking about Salah. Like, nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I have not heard a single person say that Liverpool are not winning because of Mo Salah. Nowhere. I ain't seen that narrative. So where did he dream that one up from?
And Liverpool didn't even start winning with him on the bench.
Yeah.
So it's like the form still hasn't been great. You're just talking and dropping a grenade before you go to AFCON and disappear for a month.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it, bro. Vert's been cooked as well. You're right. Vert's been cooked more. Isak been cooked more than Salah. Kirk has been cooked more. Like, brother, their whole team pretty much has been cooked more than him. So where did we get this narrative that he was the scapegoat, bro? Like, no, bro. Like, you've made this about you. I've never heard no one blame Salah for any of it.
Compared to the others, I kind of hear it. Because Salah will always come with a bit of protection from the Liverpool fan base.
Yeah.
You'll get the likes of Konate easily more cooked. Connor Bradley, another one. Kirkes, another one. Verts, I would say he's been getting McAllister. Yep, he's another one. He's been getting flamed.
Been blamed. He has been blamed, bro. Their whole team got blamed before him, but he's the one doing the interviews. Do you know what I'm saying? He's crazy.
I think it's got something to do with him going to AFCON in a week. I try and explain away why he's been on the bench for so long.
Listen, the club are probably looking at it and saying, we're paying this player all this money and he's shit, bruv. Like, this is the reality. That's what it looks like. And also, there's probably a bit of bitterness from the club as well, because maybe they feel like he held them ransom in the summer. You know them ones? Because there's a possibility of that as well, because in business, people are devious. You get what I'm saying? Like, people at the club probably feel like he stitched them up in the summer and they've ended up paying him money, yeah, through gritted teeth that they didn't really want to pay him, and now he's not playing well. So they're like, rah, that he shafted us. You know what I mean? Because there's a possibility. Obviously, I'm not a Liverpool fan. I don't know how the negotiations went, but I know that Salah got what he wanted, or else he wouldn't be there. You know what I mean? If you give a man 400 bags a week, you expect man to be carrying you to a title. That's what you expect. Or is that unreasonable?
Nah, not at all. Not at all, man. 400k a week is fucking insanity. Yeah. How long is the contract for him, by the way? Do you know?
I don't know, he's 32, isn't he? So it could only have been like a couple year extension, you would think.
Yeah, 2 years left.
Yeah, 2 years.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I'll back out that
he
shit
was
now.
promised things as well. But what would he be promised, bro? Do you know what I mean? Liverpool spent 400 million, yeah? Like, you got help.
Not to be on the bench for 3 games, I think.
I think it's genuinely that, bro. They got you Ekatike, Verts, and Isak. You got help. So what more help do you need? What else could they have promised you, bruv?
He just wants to be starting in spite of all of that.
Like, bro, what more could they have promised you? Because they can't promise you that you're going to start week in, week out, no matter how much you perform, because that's never going to be in your contract.
Well, you don't think like certain minutes played or amount of starts?
That doesn't really happen. You know what I mean? That doesn't really happen.
Fair enough.
What they do in football is they might give you a bonus for like a 15 game bonus, 30 game bonus, or they might say X amount of goals bonus. Do you know what I mean?
That might be it then.
Yeah.
A certain amount of appearances, and he might be thinking like they're not cashing in on that, and now they're just going to sell me halfway through the season, so I can't get that bonus.
Right. Oh, maybe.
Because all the rumors of him being out in January. I wonder how much that bonus would be too. It could be a very favorable bonus.
Fez. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, this sounds political. This stuff
Absolutely.
here, it sounds political, brother. I'll be real. This sounds like this is business related more than anything else. It seems very political. Because he's claiming that he's pretty much claiming that the club are scapegoating him. And what does that even look like? Do you see what I'm saying?
Honestly, I think it's just looking like what we're seeing face value, but it is just all political. And now it's turned into Slot v Salah as a default from it when it's meant to be Liverpool versus Salah.
Yeah.
Because of Salah's timing and the way he's gone about things.
100%.
Because he hasn't spoken about this while he was being benched. He's only spoken about this when he's on the bench and while Liverpool's come out of a bad result.
It's true. But no, it'd be interesting, bro. Like, it'd be interesting to see how it plays out, but it's not looking favorable for Mo Salah at the moment. The briefing is looking like they're gonna back Slot. You get me? So, brother,
seems like the way they're moving in the media, and I feel like they kind of have to do that. Otherwise, player power looks like it's rife in Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%. I'm happy that Slot's staying at Liverpool anyway because, bro, he's poor, bruv. I'll be honest. I think that he's at fault for the majority of the things that's going on at Liverpool, bro. I think that, yeah, cool, Mo Salah's been poor and all these other things, but Slot doesn't seem like he can coach his way out of a fucking Sainsbury's car park at the moment, bruv. Nah.
Same. I'm surprised by like the tactical drop off with them though. Just because of how like solid they looked last season, and with all the players that they've brought in, and they still don't look great offensively. But I also think with Liverpool, there's a very big mentality problem there that's under the surface. Like whenever these guys get a setback, they never recover. I've been saying from here, if you want to beat Liverpool, score first. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think they've lost a game that they score first in. Leads like they drew, and even that's the first time I've seen them like take a lead, and I don't think win the game coming out of it. But usually, like when they had that bad run of like 6 losses in 7 and something, they were always conceding first and shitting the bed. I think there's a very big mentality problem at that club too, and I don't know whether that's the manager or if it's like the key players not turning up or a combination of the two. But there seems like a soft underbelly there.
For sure. Do you think he's lost the dressing room? Potentially. I would say he hasn't lost it completely, but I would say that it feels like there's definitely some division in that changing room, and I think that Virgil and Salah are on the opposite side to the manager, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like, and they're the two guys on the big money. So the club are probably saying, "Yo, like we'll back the manager before we back these men that are overpaid that aren't performing." Yo, is it muted? Are you muted, bro? I big up for the super chat, my brother, as well. Man said his interview was uncalled for. He was dropped for just 3 games. Considering he's a legend, that the club fans will have spoken out on his behalf. All he had to do is wait. I agree. I'm completely against what Salah did. I don't think there's a good reason for him ever to do what he did. I don't think there's a justification for the timing of what he done when he did it. And so the player power at Liverpool is hilarious when you consider their media darlings and their players can do no wrong mentality monster. Yeah, it's looking spooky.
Be back now.
Yeah. We got you, bro. But yeah, it's looking spooky.
Calm.
It's looking very, very spooky.
Van Dijk's another one with the performance of a drop, but like, he hasn't been nearly a nightmare in the dressing room from what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
obviously had the little
ego.
thing with Wayne Rooney and that, but that was about it, and it weren't really anything throwing the club in to distribute or the manager.
Yep, it was 100% ego,
a little bit
driven.
of an ego thing. Yeah, exactly.
100%. So it'll be interesting. Like, regardless of how much he's done for Liverpool, that doesn't mean that you can disrespect them now. You know what I mean? That's not how things work, bro. Man can't say, look at all the things I done for you and all that. Life doesn't work like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing now?
That's something you can bring back when you've retired.
Facts.
Not when I need you to still turn up for matches now. That's like me going back and getting John Terry because of everything he's done back in the day. Like, nah, mate, you 45. That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's all a bit mad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And yeah, facts, 6 or 7 players struggling as the manager. Facts, it is. It is. That's what I have to say. Like, it is the manager because no one's really looking good. I said the same thing with Chelsea. The lack of consistency at Chelsea, yeah, the manager has to get some of the blame for that. It can't be all the players. It can't be, because when it's a collective situation and it's multiple players that are not performing, you then need to look at the structure. The same with Man United. I'm reluctant to blame Cunha completely and say big fish, small pond, because there's so many other players in the squad that are not looking up to the level that they should be looking at, that we have to have a look at the system and look at the manager and how he's setting them up, bro, because they're not being platformed properly in order to show their best. If everyone was playing well and Cunha was dying, then I'll be like, you know what, maybe the badge is too heavy. Maybe he's just a big fish in small pond. But then how do you explain Ahmad's form? Do you know what I'm saying? How do you even explain Mbumo's form? He doesn't look like the same player from Brentford. How do you explain what happened to Kobe? Like, how do you explain all of these things? How do you explain what's happening to Lenny Euro at the moment? Like, there's so many players, yeah, that are not playing to the level that we know that they can play at, or they're not playing to the level that they show for their country, or so on and so forth. Do you know what I mean? Dorgu looks way better for his country in a back four than he does in a back five against playing for Man United, arguably with better players. So there's too many things going on for me to just automatically look at Cunha and say, you know what, Cunha, that just not good enough for me.
Yep.
Can't do
That's
that.
why even I say for Chelsea over the last 2 games, Maresca does take some of the blame for it. Like the Leeds game, we changed our entire system just to accommodate tossing. And that killed our build-up, that killed our counter press, and that allowed us to get caught on the counter a lot more. And then again in this game, he didn't change anything about the urgency in the way that we were playing in the second half. Barely changed the personnel throughout the second half. That's on the manager. Individuals we'll still talk about, but Maresca does play his part in us dropping points in the last 2 games.
100%. Man said you can't diss Salah when the team's performing badly. Bro, it's not dissing him by saying that he's been playing shit. That's not a diss, it's a fact. You know what I mean? I said Cunha's been playing shit as well, bro. Like,
yeah, Salah's been bad with the team. What is this?
He's been bad with the team. But last season, yeah, Salah was also bad, but he was getting GA, yeah, because the team was playing a bit better. That's all. Because there was loads of games I watched where Salah got GA and he wasn't good, but the team performance overall was good enough to create chances for him to actually score. That's the difference, bro. Like, he's been benefiting from playing in a good team, yeah, for a long time, even when his performances individually have not been good.
He's even said it in interviews. I remember that I was watching a Liverpool interview, I think he did with Robertson and Allison or somebody else, and he was talking about his performances. He was like, yeah, so sometimes I don't play well, but I usually turn up in moments. I turn it up for the right moments. Like, that is you all over. I'll see you having a stink session. I won't even care. I'll be like, when's he scoring? I don't care. He's gonna bag. And then he goes and bags. He's just not doing that now. Now you're just playing like shit.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, the game is the game, guys. I think all of these situations are their cases on their own, innit? That's just the reality, bro. Like, I think that the Salah situation is multifaceted. You're getting dropped because you're not playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? You've not played well many times in the past, but you've benefited off the fact that everyone else is playing well. So you've got the numbers. Now everyone else isn't playing well and they need you to step up. You're not stepping up. Do you get what I'm saying? So because you're not stepping up now, I might need to drop you and bring in someone that's going to do the running you're not going to do, because you can't afford to have passengers when you're not playing well, Lewis. You know that. And anyone that's supported a team that's gone through a period where they're struggling, yeah? When the team's struggling, you can't afford to have passengers. You can't afford to have luxury players. Everyone's got a muck in.
Exactly.
Everyone's got a muck in, guys. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is Liverpool are in a situation right now, yeah, where they've lost their aura, they've lost their fear factor. They're in a situation right now where everyone has to muck in, yeah. They've got Inter Milan away from home, yeah, tonight. Everyone has to work. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if everyone doesn't work, Liverpool are not leaving there with anything. So they can't afford to be carrying players. They can't afford to have passengers tonight. So it's going to be one of those ones. What do you think that they'll get anything from that game at the San Siro?
No, hell no. Hell no.
I don't think
They're
so.
holding 2-0, man. That place is hostile. That place is loud as a motherfucker. These man, like we said, soft underbelly. They're not winning. They're not winning.
Absolutely.
I'm going 2-0 Inter. I don't even think they score personally.
No, facts. We'll absolutely be there for that, people. You already know what time it is, man. Who have you guys got?
We got Atalanta.
Is that today?
Yeah. And Atalanta away. We're on the 8 p.m. So I won't be watching that one, unfortunately.
That's what I'm saying. So
they're in bad form, but their manager got sacked recently, so I'm hoping we don't get the manager bounce.
Oh, geez, yeah, them ones are the worst. Do you know what I'm saying?
I say no back though, so our midfield shouldn't look like garbage.
That's it. And yeah, big up for the super chat. You think last year, this season it's his tactics, and it doesn't work. Manager's 100% to blame. His fault. I hear you, my brother. But yeah, I'm going to watch the Liverpool game tonight, actually. So we'll be here for that, people. Rants and Gunner coming up shortly on Lee's channel, so I'm gonna redirect to that. What have you got coming up for the rest of the day, Lewis?
Just watch along settings live from 6:30. All the build up to Atalanta v Chelsea, and yeah, please win, because if we win this one, we should guarantee qualification, and then we can focus on just getting into the top 8. Because I want top 8. Like no fixture pile up in February, please.
That's it. So yeah, guys, let's get these lights up, please. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. The link is obviously in the title. I'll see you guys over for Rants and Gunner, and then we'll be back over on my channel for the usual